The Nintendo Switch is great for gaming, and a computer offers an amazing variety of games to play. But what about when you just want to chill out in your favorite chair at the end of a long day and relax with a game? Well, it's not so easy to do if you have a big gaming computer, especially if you have one like the big boy behind me right there. And sometimes your favorite games just might not be on the Nintendo Switch. Well, enter the Steam Deck. Yeah, this is a Steam Deck, and you can play a ton of games that you already own on Steam, just in a more portable fashion. So today we are going to talk about 15 of what I feel are the top casual, relaxing, and mostly cozy games that you can play on your Steam Deck. Of course, you can also play them on your PC, and some of them may be out or soon coming out on the Nintendo Switch. I will put all of the Steam links in the description below in case you want to check them out or add them to your wish list. And at the end of the video, I will give you a sneak peek into my Steam library on my Steam Deck so you can see that I do indeed own almost every game that I am recommending to you. Let's get started. Real quick, I would like to apologize for my voice. I have a cold and I just can't seem to shake it, but I really didn't want to wait any longer to make this video, so we're gonna go ahead with it. Starting us off at number 1, we have Dave the Diver, which is verified for Steam Deck. Dave the Diver is my top game of summer 2023. It's very popular on Steam right now. It's a casual adventure RPG where you play as a rotund diver named Dave, who explores the mysterious blue hole during the day to catch fish for the sushi restaurant he manages at night. But the gameplay loop is so much deeper, and I mean deeper than this. You have a ton of quests presented that unlock new parts of the game and further unravel the mysteries of the blue hole. Before you open your restaurant each night, you determine the menu based upon what you've caught and the dishes and recipes that you have available. You can upgrade or enhance dishes to earn more revenue and increase your restaurant's rating. You can hire and train staff. You can decorate, and you even can research new recipes and scavenge the ocean for ingredients to make dishes for VIPs and special events. Plus, you have a phone with tons of apps that offer functionality such as enhancing your diving equipment, crafting and upgrading weapons, monitoring your restaurant's social media, and extra marine quests you can complete. My favorite part of Dave the Diver is just exploring the ocean. It's different every time you dive. It's magic, I know. It's just so soothing and calming, other than the carnivorous fish like sharks that are always after me. And I enjoy working to upgrade my equipment at the restaurant. Although I'm not really a huge fan of the boss fights and the combat with the sharks and other fish that want to eat me, most of the fights are fairly easy to win. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. Dave the Diver is one of those games that I would bet is going to be talked about for a long time. It runs great on the Steam Deck or PC, and it has cloud save so you can play it on your PC and then pick up where you left off on your Steam Deck and vice versa. So if you only take a look at one game from this entire list, I do think that this would be it. Number 2 is Sticky Business. This has no official rating yet, but I have played it on Steam Deck, so I am going to say this is playable, but with some modifications, and I will talk about those. Sticky Business is a brand new management sim where you run a cute little online sticker business. You create stickers, pack and ship orders, read comments from your customers, and use your profits to upgrade your shop, sticker designs, and packing materials. You will have to tweak a couple settings in order to get it working on your Steam Deck, at least at the time of filming this video. So if it doesn't run on the Steam Deck, this is what you need to do. On your Steam Deck, go into the settings of Sticky Business. Click Properties, Compatibility, And enable force the use of a specific Steam Play compatibility tool. From the drop-down menu below, you can choose Proton Experimental or the newest stable version. Both of these worked for me. I'm not entirely sure what the difference is, so if one doesn't work, try the other. But anyhow, the game should now launch. So if you like stickers and cute whimsical games, Sticky Business is a perfect little game for short, cozy gaming sessions to relax at the end of the day. At number 3, we have House Flipper, which is verified for Steam Deck. House Flipper is a building and decorating sim that released in 2018. The only reason I bought it was because I enjoyed the House Flipper 2 demo that I played about a month ago, and House Flipper is verified for Steam Deck. If you like games where you have choices and complete simple tasks and can step back and admire the completed job, then House Flipper may be the cozy game for you. There's no combat or bosses to conquer, just dirty, rundown houses that need cleaned and renovated and eventually sold to pad your bank account. I poo-pooed this game for so long and kind of made fun of people who played it, and I feel bad about that now because I find myself eager to just take one more job. But it's like potato chips and you just can't have one, and I end up playing this for much longer than I intended. It's kind of like The Sims. There's a lot of DLCs that you can purchase to add areas within your game, and these often go on sale too. It won't fill your itch for a shooter game, but it is insanely calming and satisfying for some people. I'm quite excited for the upcoming House Flipper 2 game, but for now, I am thoroughly enjoying this one, especially on my Steam Deck. Next is Cat Cafe Manager, and it is also verified for Steam Deck. This is a cat-themed management sim where you renovate your grandmother's cafe and befriend cats to live in your cafe. Sounds hygienic, right? Well, it's stinking cute, and it's the perfect game to wind down at the end of the day, all cozy in bed with your Steam Deck. You basically are starting from scratch with the cafe and begin by building it with quite shabby materials with the goal of investing your profits into enhancing the cafe and caring for additional stray cats. I was a bit stumped when I first began, as the game doesn't do a great job of explaining what you need to do, but I finally started to get the hang of it. Once you have your makeshift cafe built, and it's not going to look very pretty or inviting, but customers will begin to frequent your cafe. At the beginning, you just serve water, but soon you will be able to expand your recipe repertoire to include things like coffee, tea, pretzels, and more. There are various types of payment that will be received by the customers, and then you can use this to improve your restaurant and buy items for your growing collection of stray cats that you lure and befriend and hold captive in your cafe. I recently bought this as part of a humble bundle, and I don't expect it to wow me with substance and complexity like Dave the Diver. As many reviewers have mentioned, you're playing it for the cozy aesthetic, for the cute cats, and to relax, as opposed to a management game with a lot of variety and creative options. But there's cats, and any game with the theme of cats or water grabs my attention. A Little to the Left is number 5 and verified on Steam Deck. A Little to the Left is a relaxing, cute, organization-based puzzle game. I purchased both the base game and the new Cupboards and Drawers DLC bundle. The base game has over 75 logic puzzles that require making things neat and tidy as you solve. Easy drag and drop controls. You can use the joystick and the buttons, or you can use the touchscreen, which is nice. You have options. Some of the puzzles have really simple solutions, while others may have you a bit perplexed. And sometimes there's more than one solution. But there are hints you can get, and you can reveal as little or as much of the hint as you would like. I did struggle a bit with the new Cupboards and Drawers DLC puzzle, as it was very finicky and precise about the solution. I eventually was complacent about my progress and just moved on to the next puzzle, so there's definitely some challenge for those who like it. And supposedly, there is a cat who makes an appearance throughout the game too, but I have not gotten that far yet. It's a short game with delightful graphics and a simple premise. Waiting for this to go on sale and snagging it with some DLCs might be the way to go. If you're looking for a game that scratches your itch to carefully put things neatly into place while solving puzzles, then A Little to the Left might be for you. Next is Cult of the Lamb, and it's verified for Steam Deck. You've probably heard of this one. It's so weird, but good. Disturbing, but addictive. You're a lamb building up a cult of gullible little animal followers, while you also battle dungeon style to beat bosses and enhance your clan and powers. It's a bit controversial and could be disturbing to those sensitive to games with religious and dark undertones, but I tried to focus on the cute animals and making them eat bowls of poop. Yes, some of your followers will ask you to prepare that dish. While there is combat during your expedition into the dungeons, you can adjust the difficulty, which helps immensely and still makes for somewhat of a cozy experience. It's more like mild intensity. I've streamed this game several times and have over 30 hours of time invested. And while I'm not addicted to the combat in the game, I do love the interaction and creativity with my little animal cult. If you like weird, cartoony games, I'd suggest looking at Cult of the Lamb. But if you prefer more happy, lighthearted games, then this might be one to skip. Although I tend to prefer more bubbly, upbeat games, Cult of the Lamb is just too popular and peculiar to overlook. At number 7, we have Haven Park, and it is verified for Steam Deck. This is a really cute, camping-themed exploration adventure game for about $9. It's truly a hidden gem for cozy gamers. You play as Flint, who is a little duck or a chick. I'm not really sure what he is, but he's cute and he's helping his aging grandmother upgrade and manage her wilderness campsites. You have to explore and locate and improve the campsites. You build things for the campsites based on what the visitors ask for. You scavenge the woods for the materials. You upgrade Flint's abilities. And you just have these cute little conversations with the campers and make sure that you are giving them what they want at the campsites. Haven Park is a short game, probably just a few hours of gameplay, but it offers an adorable aesthetic and a very cozy atmosphere for relaxing gameplay. Garden Galaxy. It's playable on Steam Deck, but I will say the controls are a bit wonky and you might have to remap them. But the game is awesome enough that I think it deserves to be on this list. Garden Galaxy is a simple, relaxing, garden-themed idle sandbox game. Seriously, you will wonder how such a seemingly boring game can be so addicting, but it is. In Garden Galaxy, you collect the items that the big pot spews out at you. Yeah, I know it sounds weird. And then you create your own garden however you want. You don't like an item, you can just stick it back in the pot, recycle it, and wait for something new to pop out. You can move objects about how you please, change your mind, and redesign your garden. It doesn't matter. If you have to go but don't want to close the game, leave it open, as there are visitors who can stop by while you are idle. Maybe they'll bring you something. My only gripe is the controls are difficult on Steam Deck and do require some remapping. I added rotation controls to the paddles on the back of the Steam Deck and find that using the touchpad is easier than the joystick. You also can use the touchscreen if that's easier for you. This game certainly seems like it would benefit from having a mouse and a larger screen, as if you were playing it on PC, but it's still a fantastically addicting little game for the Steam Deck, especially if you want a game you can play while multitasking. Garden Galaxy is perfect for that, and truly a gem I will treasure in my Steam library. Next is Everdream Valley. It is listed as playable, but I didn't have any issues on my Steam Deck. In Everdream Valley, you are visiting your grandparents for the summer, but their farm needs a lot of work. You spend your days fixing up the farm and exploring the huge and gorgeous map to complete quests and experience mysterious dreams as the animals at night. You can add pigs, alpaca, cows, goats, horses, ducks, and chickens to your farm, as well as your cat and dog companions who follow you around. You can also cook recipes with your produce. You have an orchard as well as field crops, and you can also go fishing. Take a look at this map. It is really immense, and there's a lot that remains uncovered even after I beat the game in its current state. So I assume there are future updates planned for Everdream Valley. The current reviews for Everdream Valley are quite mixed on Steam, which surprises and disappoints me. I have over 45 hours in this game, and other than being perplexed by some of the quests and occasionally annoyed at the quest system, I absolutely loved the relaxing gameplay, the graphics, and the focus on the animals. You can buy and sell and breed these super cute animals on your farm. I have a whole playlist of Everdream Valley guides if you choose to purchase this game for your PC or Steam Deck or Nintendo Switch. Number 10 is Wobbly Life, which is verified. It's a physics-based sandbox game where you're a wobbly little dude completing jobs around town to earn money to upgrade your clothes, vehicles, and home. Pretty much anything in the game can be played with, including you. You can get run over by cars repeatedly, or you can hijack someone's moped and take it and the dude for a joyride. You can take a job as an ambulance driver and then not be able to find the patient you're supposed to pick up until you're halfway across the map with only a jet ski and no time left, and then you just dump the expiring patient into the river. I mean, at least you can't give me a bad review, right? This game is so silly and crazy, and there's even a multiplayer option locally or online with up to 4 players, which is a huge bonus. If I could tear my friends away from Fortnite, I think we'd have an absolute blast playing Drunk Wobbly Life. Wait, what? I really like the simplistic idea of getting a job, which you get to choose, making money, upgrading cosmetics, all the while wobbling around a vibrant world. Wobbly Life provides an innocent way to have a bit of devious fun, like dumping bodies into the water. I'm just really bad at the controls and need a bit of practice as an ambulance driver. Don't judge me. Number 11, Stardew Valley. It's verified. You've heard of Stardew Valley. If not, you've been living in a box with no internet or with just dial-up. You've got mail. All kidding aside, Stardew Valley is a game that my kids have played a ton of, and although I do own it and I have played a bit with them, I never really got into it. I think it's partially because I'm not a huge fan of the pixel graphics, and also because I have so many other games that I just got into and never really had an affinity for Stardew Valley. But its vast and continued popularity encouraged me to include it on this list. Stardew Valley is like the Animal Crossing of the farm sim genre. It's pretty infamous. It's a relaxing pixel graphics multiplayer farming game. You can level up your farming skills. There are over 30 NPCs to befriend, and I think you can marry one too. There is a cute little town to explore, seasonal events, mining, cooking, house decoration. You get the idea. It's a ton of content for right around $15. Number 12 is Dinkum, listed as playable because some of the text might be a bit difficult to read, but I had no issues. Dinkum is a gem that you may not have heard of. It's a farming sim set in the Australian outback with a uniquely appealing graphic style and online co-op. Basically, it's Australian Animal Crossing mixed with Minecraft. I actually did a Dinkum live stream a while back, and playing this again really makes me appreciate what an awesome game it is, and I'm excited to get back into it. In Dinkum, you have to create your own town from scratch, and you have quite a huge map to select where you're going to put your town. You care for crops and animals, gather resources to sell or you can craft items, customize your home, and hunt predators. Have a laugh at how the crocodiles jump scared me when I was filming this. I completely forgot about the crocodiles and they scared me so badly I dropped my pickaxe. I haven't had a jump scare like that in a game for ages and I can't believe it was these silly little crocodiles that did it. But it's just such a fun game, aside from being scared to death. I really need to devote more time to this game because I did enjoy it and I love the colorful, cozy, and unique aesthetic. Each day in Dinkum is about a half-hour real time, so it's ideal for short gaming sessions, which I love. I did read that the multiplayer functionality is a bit lacking because your friend that's the guest can't do much on your island. It's mostly for visiting and not co-owning an island. As long as you keep this in mind, it's a fun Australian-themed farming sim for about 20 bucks. Number 13 is No Man's Sky. This is verified. It's on my wish list, but I don't yet have it. Keyword is yet because I will own it eventually. No Man's Sky is an open world survival game set in space, and a big selling point is the planets are procedurally generated with nearly limitless possibilities on what you'll visit. I initially overlooked this game because I thought it was an intense game, but after watching a streamer friend play it, I realized how calming and chill it can be. You can choose from a normal game or a relaxed version. You can play with friends, or you can just potentially run into random players. The idea of nearly endless exploration within a beautiful space environment, even if the experiences become somewhat predictable and cookie cutter as you progress, which is what many reviewers mentioned, it's still appealing. No Man's Sky is a game I will eventually purchase, but I'm going to wait until it goes on sale because the current regular price is about $60, which is quite steep. Number 14 is Coral Island. It's verified and also on my wish list. Coral Island is a farming life sim with attractive graphics, Stardew Valley, and features plenty of interaction with over 70 NPCs. And yes, you can date some of them. You have an island to improve and customize, crops to farm, an ocean to explore, gems to mine in the cave, all with the goal of upgrading your town and farm. It's an early access game, so they will be adding more stuff to it, and they have been. It has attractive graphics and a theme of saving the ocean environment. I almost bought this during the Steam summer sale, but I knew I was playing too much Dave the Diver to dedicate enough time to thoroughly enjoying Coral Island, but it is on my list, and I hope to eventually one day have it to play. And at number 15, we have Wylde Flowers. It is verified for Steam Deck and another one that is on my wish list but I don't yet own. It's a farming and life sim with voice-acted NPCs. Play as Tara, who is new to rural island life on Fairhaven and is helping her grandma at the farm. You have a cast of NPCs to befriend and get to know, or even romance. You have animals and crops to care for, fish to catch, and crafting to occupy your day. And at night, you perfect your craft as a witch? I didn't expect that. You brew potions, control the weather, fly a broomstick, and can even transform into a cat. Quite the spin that I wasn't expecting. I love the art style of Wylde Flowers and that the NPCs are uniquely voiced. but I do question whether its linear storyline and cutscenes would annoy me, as I tend to prefer games where I'm not just waiting to experience the exact same as someone else. However, the overwhelmingly positive reviews and cute characters, as well as the role of a witch, definitely makes Wylde Flowers stand out to me as having great potential as a cozy game for PC and Steam Deck. But wait, there's more. I have 3 games that I would like to add in an honorable mention category. They're not my favorites, but I think they have potential and they are popular for some people, so I thought I'd list them and you can take a look at them if you would like. The first is Stray, which is verified. This is a cyberpunk adventure with an adorable stray cat. Yes, a cat, trying to escape an unpleasant city. You explore your environment and solve puzzles to find a way out. This game was very popular when it came out, and I love cats, so I bought it, but I really haven't played it. I should. It's just that the linear progression and puzzle solving just prevented me from taking the plunge into actually playing it. But the unique style and that it has cats and the positive reviews are worth noting. The second honorable mention game is Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is verified for Steam Deck. I'm not going to say a whole lot about this one because it really isn't my cup of tea, but it has been described to me as Disney's take on Animal Crossing, which I think is a valid description of it. It is cute, it's colorful, and if you like Disney characters, then it might be right up your alley. It is worth noting that this game currently is not free. However, it is intended to eventually exit early access and be a free-to-play game. So if you want to play it now while there's all this hype about it, you do have to pay for it. And in addition, there are microtransactions within the game to purchase cosmetic items. The final honorable mention is Garden Story. It is verified for the Steam Deck. Garden Story is a pixel-style fantasy adventure game. It may look like a farming sim, but it's not. Garden Story presents you with a wholesome, fruit-filled world that you, a young Concord grape, yes, you're a grape, are tasked with rebuilding and discovering its mysteries. There are daily quests for you to complete to help restore the town, and the gameplay is catered to short sessions as well as binge playing, and of course all of the characters and even the pixel graphics, which I'm not normally a fan of, are really sweet and appealing. Get it? Sweet and appealing. They're fruit. Anyhow, if you prefer to reduce the combat stress, there's even a setting to prevent dying from the bosses. The reason I didn't include this in my top 15, and it was a tough decision not to include it, there is some lacking of autonomy in the game. You have quests to do and paths that are laid out for you, and it is tough to deviate from the set steps. So you can't really do whatever you want, whenever you want, and in the order that you choose. And so for this reason, some gamers may tend to get bored of it quickly, which I know is often a cause of my boredom in games. So that's why it's in the honorable mention category. But again, it's a cute, cozy, relaxing game, and I think it's worth mentioning. As promised, I am going to give you a sneak peek into my Steam library on the Steam Deck. You can take a look at all of these games that I have installed. Almost every one of the games that I have recommended to you today, I do own. Some of them I do play more than others. Some of them are new to me, and there are a lot of them that I wish I would just have more hours in the day so that I can play them. There's too many games I want to play. Speaking of too many games, oh my goodness. It wasn't until I looked at this that I realized just how big my Steam library is. It seems that over the years I have collected 90 games. I don't even want to think about how much I've invested. But as you gamers know, it's entertainment that provides an exhilarating escape from daily stress, and it's often a way to socialize with others who share similar interests. Holy moly, that is a lot of games, and it took me a couple days to record all of that footage on my Steam Deck. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found at least a couple games that you think you might enjoy on your Steam Deck, on your PC, maybe it's on Switch. And if you have any other suggestions of games that you know run well on the Steam Deck and they're kind of relaxing, chill, a bit cozy, go ahead and drop those in the comments below. I would love to hear about them. And as always, if you haven't already, please smash the thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.